Hi everyone, this is Becca from Becca's Music Room. I'm a music teacher who talks about teacher tips, teacher life, teacherpreneurs, and all things that might hopefully make your life just a little bit easier. Today I'm here to talk about something very important and relevant at the moment, as that is the music teacher's guide to self-care in the holiday season. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you like, subscribe, and share so that other people can find it as well. All right, so I'm not trying to say that music teachers are more busy or more stressed out than other people during the holidays, because it's definitely a crazy time. But I know from my personal experience that December tends to be like the craziest month ever, because I teach music full time. So I, teach all day, and then I have a choir, and so they always do a program, and some other classes are also joining our program, so I'm having extra rehearsals with them and stressing out about them doing all their stuff and getting their money in for their t-shirts. And then we have usually a Christmas party with them. I sing in 2 different choirs, and we of course have concerts during December. Usually both of them have 2. And then in church I have to get like my church kids prepared for their little holiday thing, and all the while all of the actual like Christmas stuff. And it's the end of the semester, so grades are due, and there's other field trips, and just like everything is a mess. And I know from experience that December is just crazy town, and I assume it's that way for other people. So this year I am being very intentional to try to not be super ridiculously stressed out during the month of December. And I'm going to share my tips of how I'm doing that with you. So here's a couple of actionable things that you can do to hopefully not be quite so stressed out, and therefore make your life a little bit easier, like I promise in my delivery every day. All right, so the first thing is that you need to get intentional with your self-care and your fun. So get some sort of planner. I love my Full Focus planner, but you don't have to get that crazy. I do have a video all about this. I'll link down below or somewhere so that you can check it out, because I do love it. But get a planner or a calendar or a something so that you can plan out when you're going to take care of yourself or do fun stuff or do things that aren't gonna stress you out, really and truly. Because what happens is that, I know it sounds a little overboard to be like, you need to schedule in your fun, but if you don't schedule it, it's not gonna happen, especially in December when things are just crazy. So what I personally do is every week I sit down and I plan out kind of what's going on the next week. I don't get every single little thing, especially by the end of the week, because I never know on Monday how Friday is gonna go, but I do try to do as much as I think I can. So I schedule in, okay, I know I have choir practice Monday. I know I have choir practice Tuesday. What can I do on Wednesday? What can I do on Thursday? And just little things like that to try to make sure that not only do I know what has to get done, but I'm also scheduling in some fun stuff. So for example, this week I scheduled in that on Friday I was going to do a whole bunch of nothing. Yep, I wrote that in my calendar. I really did. And just little things like that. Or I scheduled in that I wanted to do like an hour of painting one night this week, because that really helps me relax and things like that. So just any little thing you can put in there, whether it's something that's fun or something that's relaxing, write it down so that you make sure it happens. Because you don't want to get to that day and be like, oh, well, I need to clean this and do that and whatever. No. Write it down, make it a priority so that you will actually stick to it. Second thing that I am doing that you should do to help you not be so stressed out this December is to get things done in advance. So I did this last year a little bit, but I'm really trying to be even better about it this year. So I'm already looking through everything that I know I need to get done in December and getting anything I can done now. So for example, I know that grades are going to be due in December. If I can get grades done now, even if it's 1 or 2 classes, that's 1 or 2 classes I don't have to do in December when I am up to my eyeballs in things to do and people to see and ridiculousness. So those kind of things that I know I can get out of the way a little bit early is helpful. If you have someone who's performing, see how much rehearsal you can do early so that you are less stressed out, so you have less to do. Those kind of things can just really make a difference. Other things, like I'm already looking into holiday shopping. I've already bought a couple of presents, so I know I don't have to do that. I'm not gonna lie, holiday shopping is really stressing me out this year because normally I do most of it when we're on Christmas break, because we generally have like, you know, a couple days before Christmas, but this year we get out the Friday before Christmas, and Christmas is on like Tuesday or Wednesday or something like that. And so it just ended up, it was like a weekend and then like it was Christmas, and I was like, I'm not gonna have time to do anything. So I'm getting those kind of things done in advance so that I don't have quite as much to stress. Now, I haven't bought like everybody's presents, but I have started thinking about what I was gonna buy, started thinking about the budget, started thinking about all of those things that I know I will need to be thinking about later, and thinking about it now. My third tip is to eliminate or automate anything you possibly can. So basically that means make everything as easy as possible. So, for example, is there an easy way that you can do grades? So maybe instead of grading like a paper, you grade something that is, that you're observing from the kids, because it's easier and it's faster and it's just a little bit less stress. Or maybe you do something else. So for example, I already wrote out all of my lesson plans for December, because again, do things early. And then I made sure that they were just a little bit more chill than most of my lessons. So what do I mean by that? I mean, I have less like really intensive learning. Like we're still being musical, but I'm not introducing anything new in December except for a recorder, but don't get me started on that. And I am using things I used last year, and we're doing some things with some videos so I don't have to do everything myself. I have some books that we're using and just things like that where it's not all me coming up with things. I'm not like having to pull teeth getting everything done. I'm just trying to look through my week and think like, what are calm things that we can do to make my life a little easier, so that I'm not like super stressed out and being like, oh my gosh, I gotta do all these things when I'm teaching. It can be a little bit easier for teaching. Now, teaching is never easy, but you know, there's some lessons that are just easier. You have my permission to pick some lessons in December that are just a little bit easier. And when we get back in January, we are going full force on all the things that we need to learn. But right now, I'm not stressing about it. My fourth tip for making sure that you are less stressed is to remember that it's going to end. I know that sounds really ridiculous, but you're going to get to Christmas break and it's going to be less stressful. That's just how it is. So bear into that, like go into that, and just remember, if you're stressed out and up to your eyeballs and things to do, like think, okay, it's not gonna be the end of the world, you know it's gonna end. You know that January is gonna be a lot quieter, so just push through, try your best to enjoy it, because even though it is busy, I do really enjoy it. It's just a lot of fun because there's a lot of stuff going on. And just remember, it's not gonna last forever. Concert's gonna be over, and whether they play well or not, you know what? No one's gonna die. So there's that. All right, I'm curious to see what are some tips you would give music teachers to help them be a little bit less stressed this holiday season. If you have anything in mind, please leave it down below in the comments so that other people can benefit from your wisdom and I can steal anything you say. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure you like, subscribe, and share so other people can find it as well, and have a wonderful, wonderful week.